So apparently you can't pop trust NPCs in BCNMs or ENM battlefields. That's why it's taken me actually a wee bit longer to get this video to you. Today I'm fighting Tuchulcha, an Antilion Notorious Monster, in an empty Notorious Monster battlefield. A potential drop from this battlefield is the Hagun, a level 72 Great Katana, which was the absolute essential piece of gear for a samurai at level 75. That was because of the TP bonus stat, which meant that every time you did a weapon skill, the Great Katana assumed you had an extra 100 TP than what you actually had. Since samurais were all about the damage output, this was absolutely amazing. Because of my misunderstanding over the trust NPCs, I've decided to try this fight as a Red Mage Ninja, and I followed a guide on YouTube by a previous player. I'll put the link down below if anyone's still interested in doing this fight. As you've seen, Tuchulcha surprises the player by jumping out from the soil. My job here is to try and get him down to 75% health, where he'll start to bury underground again and leave me in peace so I can recover some health and mana. All that being said, the story of this fight actually doesn't really start here. Parradamo Tor, without doubt one of the most frustrating things in the game. Before you can enter this ENM battlefield, you need to get an item from the top of that bloody mountain. First step is to pick up a flaxen pouch from Tuchulcha, an NPC at the start of Ottawa Chasm, then it's time to start the climb. Even getting to the part of the mountain where you can start the climb isn't straightforward because the whole area around about it's kinda like a maze. Once you'd got to the correct place and started to climb, even then it wasn't straightforward because the mountain was riddled with dead ends, unpassable miasmas, and it was just so damn easy to fall off. But anyway, now that I'm here, I'm not going to spend any time telling you how to get up the mountain because there's plenty of guides online which will do that perfectly fine, and much better than I could. I want to talk just a little bit about what I'm planning to do with this channel. The honest answer is I just don't really know. I'm just enjoying making these videos just now. I think this is going to be my last Notorious Monster video for a wee while because I feel like trying something a little bit different. I'm still going to have plenty of videos which stick with the Final Fantasy theme. I'm thinking about actually starting playing the game, some of the new content, and seeing what I think of it. Because since I've started back, all I've really done is stuck with what I knew. It's unlikely I'll get any of that done with the holidays coming up though, so look for something in the new year. I'm also wanting to put some other videos up of other games that I loved growing up. I don't really see myself doing any new games, but certainly revisiting some old classics would be something I'd be quite interested in. That's the grand plan anyway, although to be honest all of that could possibly go out the window because I am expecting my first son arriving just in February, so I'm fairly sure that life is going to change fairly dramatically at that point. But until then it's business as usual, and I'm going to spend as much free time as I can playing some games. Okay, so here we are. I've made it to the summit of Parradamo Tor after far too long a time. I'm going to take in the sights because this is the last time I'm ever going to climb this mountain. Trade the flaxen pouch that you got from Tuchulcha to the Cradle of Rebirth at the top to receive the Parradamo stones. Return to Tuchulcha and he'll swap the Parradamo stones for his key item, the miasma filter. Once received, it's time to head to Boneyard Gully in the northwest corner of Ottawa Chasm to start the fight. Myself and some buddies from my link shell did this fight every week for months, but my Hagun never dropped. That was one of the best things about Final Fantasy XI, the sense of community and the fact that everybody would help you out. I was never a very rich Final Fantasy XI player, but eventually just decided to save up and buy the Hagun for myself. It cost me 3 million gil, which took me ages to save up. I think I farmed and sold brown bell and all sorts of things. Now when I remember exactly what it took to get that Great Katana for me, it makes me sad to see that you can now pick up one in the auction house for about 10,000 gil. Okay, this has been my longest video to date, so I think it's about time I wrapped it up. Let's finish this fight. After getting Tuchulcha to 75%, he disappears back underground, giving you a chance to buff and rest up. You do only have 15 minutes for this ENM, so you can't take too long. Once ready, it's time to wander around the area, hoping that Tuchulcha will show himself. Unfortunately, there's every possibility that instead of Tuchulcha, you'll find one of his babies instead. Playing solo, my best hope is that I can keep them slept and hopefully find Tuchulcha before too many of the babies spawn. Unfortunately, my luck wasn't in this particular fight. 3 baby spawns and no Tuchulcha. When you combine that with the fact that I'm a kinda sucky red mage, it's just not really a good recipe. So the fight really just became an exercise in me trying not to fumble too much over the buttons and just trying to stay alive. Eventually though, it was only going to go one way and the babies got the better of me. It was fun revisiting this fight and it brought back a lot of memories for me. Hopefully it brought back some memories for you as well. This is the end of my Notorious Monster videos for now, but I'll be back with more Final Fantasy XI soon. I'll see you again.